Hello guys, how are you? I didn't make any video for a while. Even those I did so far last, let's say last 6 months. They are not published yet, but what I came up to today is just mind-blowing. It's just smashing. It's epic, guys. It's epic. I mean, get some piece of paper and some pen to jot down the name of these videos. You have to see them. You have to see it to believe it. First one, epic panel battle with Brock Pierce, Nuriel Rubini, Tone Ways, Bobby Lee, and Craig Wright. Craig Wright is so far considered original Satoshi. There is still trial going on in Florida, in the court. But even if Satoshi was a guy who is dead, because that other side is trying to sue Dr. Craig Wright back after he won last trial. I would leave this because, guys, there is another proof that he is probably Satoshi. Craig Wright explains why a Japanese name was used as the inventor of bitcoins. Some guys who organized the meetups was questioning him, why he decided to go for the, Japanese name. He explained that he was raised up by the, Japanese single mother, and he liked the way the Japan do the business in general, that they are, most of the time they cooperate, they collude together. So he would like to bring this culture even to the West, because in West we normally fight each other, guys, and now you can see, the world economy, thanks to this, fights here and there, are in big trouble, guys. We are in big trouble. And again, guys, check it out, this video, epic panel battle with Brock Pierce, Nuriel Rubini, Tone Ways, Bobby Lee, and Craig Wright, especially at the 40th minute, when Bobby Lee, CEO from Ballet platform, challenged Professor Rubini, about the banknotes issued. I think it's in 2015, banknote issued by ECB, European Central Banks, with zero value, guys. And Professor Rubini was just speechless. He was just speechless. And there is another proof for video, €0 money note, world's lowest value money bills, guys. It just has 5K views. And guys, if you are interested, you can go to Bordeaux area, to vineyards, and there is a machine, there is a ATM machine where they will give you for €2, they will give you this banknote from ECB, euro banknote with zero value, guys. Euro banknote with zero value, guys, zero value. And still, now there was another interesting article from Dr. Michael Wehrman. It was again about Craig Wright, and it was published on the coingeek.com on the 7th of January this year with the headline Craig Wright on Bitcoin, gold standard and cash. It's just basically statement from Craig Wright for some doubters of Bitcoin or his, concept, because he's got his own concept of the Bitcoin, or doubters of cryptocurrencies in general, that, some people were calling for, that we should go back to the gold standard. But in this article, he's just challenging this idea as banking old wine in new bottles. I'm quoting his words. In part, this is why the United States moved away from the gold standard, or correctly put, the gold exchange standard in 1970. In reality, there was never a gold standard in use in 1971. I think 1971, yeah. So there never has been the proper use of gold, even before, guys, because so-called gold standard was actually a gold exchange standard. So they never have been, correct or a proper amount of gold behind any currency. They were just kind of, faking this game. Yeah. Guys, so that's it. What's the time? 7 minutes, guys. And there is another great thing, another great blog I discovered recently, and it's called ideapod.com. I'm gonna leave the links for all these things, below the video. And this was just, guys, this was just cherry on the top of the cake. Yeah. It's from Justin Brown, 4 years ago. Does the Rothschild family control the world's central banking? Question mark. There is that, sign from the US banknote with the eye in the triangle above the pyramid. And I'm going to read what is here written. If you type Rothschild, Rothschild with the, those with those, signs into Google, just type the Rothschild into Google, a myriad of conspiracy sites pop up to inform you that this family, in the bracket, together with the Rockefeller and Morgan families, rule the world. They call it conspiracy sites, but then underneath, staggering allegations are made that raise serious concern. First point, there are only 3 countries in the world without a Rothschild-owned central bank, and that's Cuba, North Korea, and Iran. Second point, the US Federal Reserve is a privately owned company controlled by the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and Morgans, and prints the money for the US government. Guys, so you are just basically servants of these three families worldwide. Sorry, guys. The third point I'm trying to make, and it's written here in this ideapod.com. The true power of the Rothschilds goes far beyond the banking empire. They are also behind all wars since Napoleon. Guys, so behind the First World War, behind the First World War, behind the Second World War, war probably in Vietnam, war before in Korea, even U.S. National, war, or that U.S. uprising. No, that was 17. Sorry, no, that's not going there. Guys, so the true power of the Rothschild goes far beyond the banking empire. They are also behind all wars since Napoleon. Yeah. And check out the supporting video below, guys. You can find it on the YouTube. Federal Reserve and the IRS, American Dream animation. Yeah. Federal Reserve and the IRS, tax authority in the US, American Dream animation. Yeah, guys. So, and that article goes on, further, guys. But there was also another interesting part, of this vlog. Ideapod.com, and that's a kind of answer. It's not just the only one factor why we are witnessing now shortage in the let's say in the workforce around the globe, not just in US or Europe. It's an article, 50 women give their reason for not wanting children. It's by Louis Jackson, and it was issued 16 days ago. I thought 16 years ago. No, I thought, guys, and that just facts as, in 2021, 15.2 million people in US, that's nearly 1 in 6 adults age 55 and older don't have kids. Same trends are, let's say, in UK, 37% of people said they never want to have children, and in New Zealand it's 10%. It was 10% in 1996 and 15% in 2013. So it's growing up, as time goes by. And that just those concern Elon Musk, explained recently, or stated recently. So guys, it is what it is. So that is the article from Louis Jackson. 50 women give their reason, in the bracket we can put excuses for not wanting children, guys. But what I want to say, to make a wrap up of this whole video is, this quote again from this brilliant blog, ideapod.com. Federal Reserve and the IRS, American Dream animation. That's, quote from that animation you should watch, in that Rothschild, in that article, As I said, only three world banks, do not follow, the Rothschilds, and that's North Korea, Iran, and what was the third one? I forgot, sorry. And that's Cuba. Oh, Cuba, guys. So basically, we need a new financial system, guys, because it's too big concentration. I thought, guys, that there is just, lower concentration in the amount of stocks in certain, riches hands, like during the dot-com bubble, and that was the fact from the Financial Times article. I couldn't find it now because I need to go for a subscription. I'm already I subscribe to some UK newspapers, to Daily Telegraph. Sorry, I'm burning the midnight oil already. It's 70 minutes past midnight. So guys, there was a statement from JFK, President of the United States, who was killed in 1963. I mean, probably that was the way of certain forces in the US, which are still, unknown since today, to celebrate 1913, when Federal Reserve, took when Federal Reserve, take over, US dollar, yeah. So in 1913, three men took over the US dollar. And JFK said in 1963, we are opposed by the monolithic conspiracy and ruthless, cult. Let's say, I can add there cult. It's a kind of cult. We are opposed by the monolithic conspiracy and ruthless cult. Yeah. Last president who stand up, this was, JFK was actually the last president who stand up the Fed, who opposed the Fed. He tried to sign, that 1110 executive order in June 4th, 1963, entitled Treasury to issue their own money regardless Fed. But we know what happened then in Dallas. He was shut down in his convertible, in his limousine, in convertible limousine. Yeah, guys. So this is happening in the financial system since 1825, when Rothschilds took over the Bank of England, and then in 1913 they took over the US Fed. Guys, it's 19 minutes. It's clear. This is much than clear. We are opposed by the monolithic and ruthless cult, guys. Check it out, the video, Alantra TV, the ninth circle. It's hard to find it, but I'm gonna leave the link, underneath this YouTube video. I'm not normally doing this. I'm not leaving some links, but guys, this is just inventable, guys. So This is unbelievable and, you know, hard to ignore. I'm out. Stay tuned, stay positive.